possible cue card which can come in the IELTS exam when the exams will resume again. And the cue card can be talk about a disease which has affected our lives in a big way. So today we are going to discuss about the vocabulary and the important phrases or the words that we listen in the news every day related to COVID-19. So the first important word that we listen every day, it is outbreak. So what do you mean by outbreak? Outbreak is the sudden occurrence of a disease or something unpleasant around us. So if we talk about India, the outbreak was reported in India on 30th of January in Kerala. Over the time, it became an epidemic. An epidemic is a large outbreak. It means it has spread to more people over a larger geographical area. And another word is pandemic. So what is the difference between epidemic and pandemic? So the main difference between epidemic and pandemic is epidemic is restricted to one geographical area, turns into a pandemic when it covers the boundaries of countries, continents, and it spreads all over the globe. Another word that we hear every day is epicenter. So what do you mean by epicenter? It is the focal point from where this disease has originated. And we all know that the city of Wuhan, China, is the epicenter of COVID-19. So these are the basic terms which are related to COVID-19. Now what more information can we add when we have to speak about this in our cue card? The other vocabulary word is symptom. So what is a symptom? It is a physical sign of an illness. And what are the physical signs of illness in COVID-19? The first is fever. Fever is when our body temperature is higher than a normal body temperature. So another symptom is cough, and we can express these using the sentence he has a cough or she has cough. And the third important symptom is shortness of breath or tightness in the chest. And what is shortness of breath? Shortness of breath is when we face difficulty in breathing. And tightness or stiffness in the chest means when we have little pain in the chest area. The last terminology is body ache or body pain or body fatigue. So here it means when our body is tired and we feel lethargic, we don't feel around moving anywhere. This means that we are feeling fatigued. Now there are certain restrictions or recommendations to be followed during this phase. The first one is we should maintain social distancing. Now what is social distancing? This word is commonly heard in news nowadays. Social distancing means the people have to maintain comfortable distance with each other, and we should reduce close contact with the people in our vicinity so that the virus cannot be spread in the community. And for this reason, the government has closed down the schools, the gyms, as well as the public places where there is a possibility of spreading the disease. Another important terminology that we hear every day is self-quarantine. What do you mean by self-quarantine? Quarantine is restricting the movement so that there should not be spread of the disease. And what do you mean by self-quarantine? It means restricting your movement by yourself. So it is advised by the government to the people who have the possibility of having the corona or they have been exposed to the people with this disease to restrict themselves in their own homes. Another important terminology is self-isolation or isolation. So isolation is a restrictive form of quarantine. It is when an individual is completely separated from all human contact. Moving further, another word that we hear every day in the news is social responsibility. What do you mean by that? Now, social responsibility is all the individuals are responsible not to overstress or overburden our medical system. The phrasal words which can be added more is to stock up. To stock up means to have an extra supply of basic necessities like food and medicine. And another word is to hoard up. To hoard up is also to gather the supplies in excess quantities. Another word is dry goods or non-perishable goods. And these are the goods which have a better shelf life and they can be kept and consumed over a longer period of time. So I think these are enough points to develop a cue card. And I think the IELTS exam will probably be somewhere around September. So we have enough time to prepare ourselves to focus on our gray areas and we should stay calm, stay composed, stay healthy, and stay beautiful.